That's facts.
No, we ain't gonna deal with reality. We like reality is whatever we say it is.
We're gonna deal with this folly and keep it moving. Fuck with reality and what the facts are saying, what the signs are saying.
They don't care. They believe that if they don't believe in God, He don't exist. That's what they believe.
Well, they're about to find that out. Cause these freaking these curses that's coming upon them that was put on us, they finna really start to see. I left that TV.
Oh, hold on. Y'all can hear in the background, they still partying and bullshitting in Babylon. Like that heavily ass whooping ain't coming.
Man.
We were just talking about that. See, this is how Edomites do. They feel like if they don't believe in God, quote unquote, there is no God. They believe that, well, they basically say, we determine what reality is and isn't. And that's a messed up mind state to be in because you're not dealing with reality. These people are so delusional, they think that they can tell you what truth is and what is not, what reality is and what is not. And that's not dealing with reality. That's not dealing with the fact that America is about to be destroyed. But see, as you can hear in the background, these Edomites out here, they still partying and bullshitting like ain't nothing wrong. And that's one of their talents. They are very talented at ignoring reality, ignoring the obvious, just pretending stuff is not happening, pretending that it never existed, all this type of madness. This is what makes them unfit to rule. You have to live in reality in order to rule. You have to address problems as they come accordingly, not kick the can down the road. And that's what Esau does. This man, I was listening to a video this morning, and an Edomite said the reason that America don't know what to do with so-called black Americans is because it requires them to accept responsibility for their actions, and they refuse to do that. So they continue to kick the can down the road while at the same time earning their judgment. And it's the perfect play. They just don't know they being set up for the kill.
And they doing more of folly than anything because they're not gonna be able to cope. Was getting ready to come upon their ass anyway.
No.
That's why they running around here looking for everything under the sun to do but deal with reality. And I was reading this while you was talking about them not being able to just deal with reality, and it says this is an AI overview anyway. When a person does not deal with reality, it can mean a range of things from everyday avoidance or deep psychological coping mechanisms to clinical conditions like psychosis, disassociation, or delusion. And that's Esau all the day. They don't deal with reality. They constantly in the fairy tale land, thinking that certain things are not going to come into an effect, but they are, man.
Yeah, they believe in kicking the can down the road. We'll deal with it tomorrow. We'll deal with it next week. We'll deal with it next year. Mm-hmm. You ain't dealing nothing.
Procrastinating.
Exactly. Now they running from the obvious. These people are actually delusional enough to believe that they are that they're superior. This right here is a testament to their delusion. When how you superior? Number one, last month the Lord showed the world that you are not built to handle the sun. When He took out over 3,000 Europeans, quote unquote. You're not superior, dude. Number two, you got the highest suicide rate in your own kingdom. How are you superior?
That's facts. This man on on the lowest of the lowest of the lowest in his kingdom. You see him running around here, laying on the streets. Like I said a couple of months back, there was a time back in the 80s and the 90s, the 70s, where you wouldn't dare see an Edomite on the street sleep, man.
No.
They always living it up. Our people will be more than likely on the streets before them, but now the tables have turned to a point to where now they in their kingdom living just like the Israelites were, living under harsh conditions. And you seeing it get worse and worse and worse, and then what they do is they come up with certain rules and regulations like making being homeless a crime.
Yeah.
Knowing that these people ain't got nowhere to go. That shows you who this devil is, man. Even his own people. He put these rules into play to his own people. That's why the scriptures say, he that is bad to himself, to whom will he do good, man?
Yep.
He's not treating his own people well. How the hell is he gonna treat you well, Jay? Open up, bro.
All right, y'all. Before we continue, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, the bishops of Great Millstone who teach us this truth. To the brothers out there teaching the likewise doctrine, we say to you, Shalom. And to the few sisters out there that's listening, we want to say to you, Shalom.
Shalom.
But yeah, man, this man is very unfit to rule because he doesn't deal with the problems that he should be dealing with. His only concern is how to keep us at the bottom, keep you in the cloud of confusion and delusion, and keep his money coming in. That's his only priority. He doesn't care about the citizens. He never did. None of these presidents ever cared about you. And how I can prove that? Every president that got behind a podium and addressed you as his fellow Americans, while at the same time plotting all kind of biological warfare, chemical warfare, psychological warfare against you. And if Dr. Fauci's lack of testimony doesn't prove that, I don't know what it's going to take to get you to open your eyes to see that your government has secretly declared war against you, especially Israelites. Yeah, he know that he going to have to take out a few of his own, but you know Esau, he called that collateral damage.
And the way these cats out here moving, these presidents, how they've always moving, all the way up to where we at orange juice right now, Donald Trump. They moving so reckless, man. And they got all you people moving reckless as well. Where y'all ready to go into a civil war, the insurrection, y'all ready to go all out with this thing, man. This is Ecclesiasticus 10:2. As a judge of the people is, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And like I said before, this government, especially Trump and all them other motherfucking congressmen, they moving on a whole nother reckless level, man, and it's causing a lot of these people to move reckless. You know, you seeing people out here go out their way to just shoot up burger joints, and you know, people losing their mind, man. The Lord is really sending out spirits created for vengeance out here, man. And it's gonna get so much worse on that. You know, the signs are clear as day now. You seeing people act up. You seeing these Edomites get these curses put on them where they don't want to live no more. You know, they talking about they want their country back. You know, how you gonna get your country back? It's already written upon tables, that you getting ready to go into captivity. You ain't finna get back on top. Like old boy said in your video, you know how this is going to end.
Yeah.
It's not gonna, no. It's not gonna end that way, man. It's gonna be the Israelites being on top. Because the scriptures say that Esau is the end and Jacob is the beginning that follows. Now I'm just paraphrasing that. You know, so we got next, Lord willing. We are a part of that number. Even though we're not a part of that number, we still will be in the kingdom eventually. You know, but Israel got next, no matter how y'all want to cut that baloney, man.
They ain't got to cut nothing. They just going to eat it. They going to be force-fed the truth this time. See, that leads back to the delusion that Esau is under. We're taking our country back. It was never yours. But see, you still keep feeding yourself these lies to add value to you when you are worthless. What does Esau mean? Wasted away is he. This country was never yours. That's why you always crying about it. You trying to get everybody else to believe the lie that this country is actually yours. You are the most illegal citizen in this country.
They tell you right on back that they conquered it. They
Yeah.
took it.
Yeah,
You
they
know?
took it. They stole it. So how is it yours if you stole it? But they still keep repeating that lie. This is our country. No, you stole it from the people that you are currently oppressing. And that right there makes you unfit to rule because you refuse to acknowledge your actions. You want everybody to believe that you're this great, good, clean, and wholesome person, and everybody else is the problem. No, your own people calling you out, especially your woman, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Your woman been tired of you raping her children. That's another delusion of Babylon. It's not your child. That child belongs to the man because of the seed. But see, delusion that has taken over Babylon. That's why Babylon is called Babylon. Babylon means confusion.
Mm-hmm.
They got y'all thinking that the child's race is based on the mother. Got y'all believing all kind of madness.
Well, your seed is determined by the pedigree of your father. Thus
Exactly.
said the scriptures. You know, you got these women out here also with this confusion with Babylon talking about God is a woman now. Y'all pushing that narrative again out here. When the scriptures say that the Lord is a man of war, man. Yahushua said on multiple occasions that he was going to pray to his father.
Exactly.
So how the hell can God be a woman, man? And y'all just hate order. Y'all too busy trying to be on top of the men or trying to be above the men, calling yourself prophetesses out here.
Yeah, they going off.
You know, y'all going off completely now.
A lot of y'all just straight up lying about everything. Trying to reinvent the wheel. The truth is already here. You don't have to repackage the truth and stuff it with lies. That's what you do. Because you want people to believe your version of what so-called religion is. First of all, this is not a religion. This is a book of our heritage, our culture, our history, everything about us. So that's why we tell y'all need to empty y'all cup. Y'all need to dismiss every lie you have learned and picked up in Babylon and get back to the raw truth of what it really is.
And when you do get back into the raw truth, shut the hell up.
Exactly.
Because the scriptures tell you that you shouldn't be speaking anyway, man. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as saith the law. And that's one thing about you women. Y'all don't like obedience. Y'all hate obedience, y'all hate accountability. So with that being said, you hate Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because this is his order. This is the order. You know, you got God, you got the son, the man, the woman, and the child. That's the order, man. But y'all want to take that, y'all want to sweep that under the rug and put your own understanding out there, which is commandments of men.
Precepts of men, confusion.
Yeah.
Women don't supposed to teach. But y'all decided, y'all done picked up another delusion in Babylon where the Lord has chosen me personally to teach these men. No, you better sit your ass down. If y'all haven't noticed, the Lord has, things are ticking, they picking up in Babylon as far as destruction. And you women are getting judged left and right. This past week, they found a woman hung in Mississippi. Once again, I tell y'all, to all the people down there in Mississippi, y'all be careful, man. Especially the brothers down there in Mississippi. Elder Kazak and the Mississippi camp, y'all brothers be careful, man. Because y'all know it's just as good as I know. It's a special breed of Edomite down there, man. This animal is vicious. And I say it all the time, I don't deal with Mississippi. I don't go through there. because I don't want to have to end up doing something to somebody because I'm minding my business.
No.
Trouble will find you in Mississippi. You don't have to go find it. It will find you. It's a special breed of Edomite down there, man. And I don't know if it's in the water. Florida the same way. Florida is just as messed up as Mississippi. Alabama, Georgia, all of them. But Florida and Mississippi, they stand out. Because Florida's on the map because you probably heard this your whole life and didn't even pay attention to what they was really saying. When Edomites retire, where do they move to?
They went out here in Florida.
They moved to Florida. They want to go fishing in Florida. So you got all those racist Edomites moving to Florida. All those ideologies are moving with them.
Yeah.
And it spreads. You see? But Mississippi, that's a different breed, bro. It's a different type of Edomite down there. Go ahead.
Even speaking of these Edomites doing dirt to our people, it's this video going viral with these 3 Edomite women or little girls. They had an Israelite girl with them, and she had some type of health issue, but they forced her to drink a bunch of alcohol, man. And she passed out in their room, and they recorded. They were jumping all over with her, with their knees.
I saw that.
Talking about what they was going to do with the body.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we tell y'all, you need to get this truth because, hey, you have to stay away from these cats. You have to stay away from these Edomites, man. And I know you mentioned about the brothers down there in Mississippi. In my heart, the brothers going to be all right because they doing the will of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
You know, them brothers is solid, man. And it says in Proverbs 16:7, when a man ways please the Lord Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with them. And when you said that, that made that scripture come up to me because them brothers are very diligent and they go extremely hard on these scriptures, man. You know, the Lord gonna take care of them brothers. But for you people out there that ain't walking with the Lord, man, hey, you better move a certain way. Because Esau finna come with that sword. Like wait till Jacob's trouble kick off, right? When Jacob's trouble kick off, a lot of them Edomites gonna get at each other's necks. But you definitely gonna be caught in the crossfire, Jake. You're gonna be caught up in the crossfire. But a lot of these Edomites, them Egyptian against Egyptian, they gonna go at each other's neck. Even a few of you Jakes gonna get a free body out of one of them. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be full-on bloodshed of you Israelites, man. You blacks, you Latinos, you Native Americans, while y'all walking around acting like y'all Edom. When the Edomites said y'all can act like y'all are us all you want, but you will never be safe around us.
Yep.
She put that straight on the hardwood, just like that. Y'all will never be safe with us.
And that's facts. And that's also solidified in the Apocrypha. Sirach chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rust, so is his wickedness. This man is always constantly thinking about how to take you out, Jake. And all this political shit, all this political theater, it's going to eventually turn into a race war. Because this is how these people have always felt.
Yeah.
They just wasn't always in a position to act on it.
But that spirit getting stirred up in the earth, man, where that old spirit that's in them is starting to resurface.
Yeah.
And they come and they showing it. They all out here training in these different fight clubs, getting ready for you Jakes. And what y'all doing? Out here doing what the other Edomites doing, playing around, looking at where you gonna go travel to. One of my loved ones went out to go travel today. I'm like, you not paying attention to what's going on? They've been shutting down flights and all type of shit.
Our people does not consider. They don't, man. My sister was a year or two ago talking about going to France. I'm like, have you been paying attention to what's going on in the news? That's not the move to make, because number one, there's so many things that people don't consider when they travel to these other countries in these times. Number one, you gonna stand out as an American off top. Soon as they hear you speak, soon as they see you try to pay with American money. And these things right here that people don't consider. Number one, if you get into a sticky situation in a foreign country, you can't call nobody. You don't know the language. You can't read it. You can't read street signs. You can't read signs on buildings. You can't read nothing. Number two, you don't know the language. You don't know what's being spoken. You don't know what these foreigners are saying around you.
They can say they get ready to slice your throat out loud. And
Exactly.
You don't know nothing.
Exactly. Number three, you can't count the money. You can easily be cheated out of hundreds of dollars and not even know it. But these people got a very disgruntled disdain against Americans because of the actions of this government.
Yep.
And Americans have been known to be kidnapped in foreign countries and held as hostages.
For ransom.
Exactly. This is already happening. This has been happening. But you got naive Babylonians still stuck in the delusion that the rest of the world is still bowing down to Americans. That's not it. All the nations are angry. Revelation chapter 11. So your privilege, it does not leave outside the continental United States. That's where your privilege stops as an American.
Yep.
Because these other nations are no longer acknowledging your privilege. They have a disdain against you. You are greatly despised. So no, I would advise to stay your ass here. At least here, you won't be so blindsided by the racism.
Exactly.
You know, this is racism that you know. You know. Now I know there's no such thing as a lesser evil, but at least here you can count the money. You can read the road signs, the signs on the buildings. If you get in some shit, at least you got family that can come right then and there, damn near. Help is a whole lot closer than you being in a foreign country.
Because it definitely ain't gonna be no help over there. As bad as they hate you, Americans, you try to get help from one of them, they gonna seem like they gonna help you, but then they gonna lead your ass off to a dark spot, and they gonna do something real strange to you, especially you Eve.
Yeah, just like AWACS in Menace to Society.
Man.
You need some help, homie. He pulled out that thing
And gave it to
and
him.
lit him up.
Yup.
So y'all can't be so naive. You have to accept the fact this is about living in reality. Number one, you an American and you plan on going to another country, you better understand that your privilege stops when you leave this country.
Can't go over there and talk about no constitution, nothing.
No. Look how they doing the knockoffs. They getting kicked out of foreign countries left and right. Don't nobody want them around because people know what they into. They are getting their passports revoked and they're being deported from other countries. Israelis, tiny tops.
And a lot of these men up under the president too, going to these other countries and getting kicked out because don't nobody want to deal with it. Like you said, everywhere this man goes, death and destruction follows. And these other nations, they know that now. So they like, hey, you got to kick rocks. Because everybody trying to deal with America, man. While on the flip side, America is letting these other nations buy land here, like China.
That's the stupidest thing you could do. How many times have you declared China as being your enemy? Yet you gonna sell them land in your country.
While at the same time, they were just saying on the news that they worried about a war with Russia and or with China, because America pretty much done ran out of certain missiles, certain ammunition. So they setting all of this shit up. And in the background, they contaminating your food. They calling stuff off the shelves. The good stuff they calling off the shelves. And you people believe it. And then they putting that bullshit back in the stores that the FDA said was food, which is frankenfood, defiled meats. And they putting that stuff in the stores while they racking up on everything else.
Yep.
Then they talking about cyber threats on the water and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna go down, man. Y'all, and look, we just hit 2026, bro. We passed halfway to 2027, man. We passed that already because the Lord has shortened the days. Now look, Y'all ain't seen nothing yet, and we said it every year. It started with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Each year getting heavier and heavier. A lot of shit done happened this year. A lot of fucking places got burned up, man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of farmers came up out of the woodwork saying they can't grow their crops, man.
Yeah, because Esau spraying all this shit.
Yep.
We told y'all this government has secretly declared war against you. If everyday farmers can't grow stuff, yeah, they doing something. They spraying stuff in the air. They putting stuff in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to this, and now they finna make a move on your soil and your water. This is the WEF.
Yep.
WEF executive. Water, soil, and oxygen should not be ultimately accessible. They finna steal this shit. They finna control it. They are assets that must be included in our global economic balance sheets. So they finna steal the soil, they finna steal your access to soil, water, and oxygen. So Esau got a problem with you breathing now. He already got a problem with you trying to eat. That's why they cracking down on the EBT cards. They coming out with a new EBT card, and it's gonna have a picture ID, a photo of the person that the card belongs to try to clamp down on fraud. But you gotta look at the root problem. Why are people using EBT cards unlawfully in the first place? Because they just trying to eat. But Esau got a problem with you eating. He got a problem with you breathing. He got a problem with you growing your own food.
He wants you to come to him for everything because that's the God complex in this man. You know, like the brother said about them food stamps, they actually get ready to cut them completely down and out and off.
Yeah, he got a problem with you eating.
And sometime at the end of this year, they talking about taking Section 8.
He got a problem with you living as a average, respectable human should, but at the same time, he gonna make being homeless illegal. See, that's that catch-22. This man trying to set you up so he can arrest you, so you can become under scrutiny of his bullshit laws.
Yeah, because once he make these laws and lock you up for breaking these so-called laws where being homeless shouldn't be a law in the first place, maybe somebody might want to live off the grid or something. You
Exactly.
know, this man gonna set some laws into play to cause you to get locked up, and then what they're gonna do is they gonna introduce you to some certain type of laws that you're gonna have to follow for you to get your freedom back. And that's going into that MOTD, because you're gonna have to follow the ways of the world to get that. And if you're going with the ways of this world, you definitely against your how by Shimmy Shai, which means your death.
See, that's another delusion. You'll never be free in Esau's kingdom, because Esau's goal is to use you up. Everything valuable that's of you, he gonna use it up until you're nothing but an empty shell. And that's not enough for him. Let's go to the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. This book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Who enlarges his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. That's the key right there. But gather unto him all nations, and heap unto him all people. That's why this man is like this, because he knows he can't do it by himself. He needs to control people, because he knows he's too weak to do it himself. You think Egyptians were Edomites? You think Edomites built the pyramids? You are crazy as hell. They dropping dead in Europe.
What makes you think they were alive in that land, living in that land in that type of weather? Way hotter than over here.
And less modern amenities. They didn't have all the modern amenities that they got today. but they still dropping dead. That shows you right there. It's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living power. And the Lord been had y'all in the trick bag over there because he had you under the delusion that it don't get that hot over there. So AC is not needed. So these Europeans, quote unquote, they built their houses out of red brick clay. The same red brick they used to make pizza ovens out of. These particular bricks, they hold heat. It was one testimony, this European woman, well, this Edomite woman, she said those houses made the temperature go up 50 more degrees. It was 50 more degrees hotter inside the house than outside the house because of that red brick. The Lord had y'all in the trick bag the whole time. And these houses were not built with central air units. 80% of those houses had no central air. And they was damn near killing each other for the window units, air conditioners. So yeah, the Lord got y'all, man. Y'all ain't smart at all. You just told the world that you were. You're not intelligent, you're not superior at all. You just told the world that you are. And that goes back to Psalm 73. Because you are in rulership, so you get to control truth and reality in some way. This is what you believe. Psalm 73, verse 9. They set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue walked through the earth. You get to control the narrative because you are in rulership. But see, all those narratives, all those lies that you told, they started to backfire. They started to be revealed as lies. They started to be revealed as lies. And you don't have a comeback on that because you think this thing through. You never thought you lived to see the day when your lies would come and bite you in your ass. And now you don't like it. So what you finna do, we finna tell you what you gonna do next. Your emotions gonna take over. Like they've always been in the driver's seat anyway. And that proves that you're weak because you are a victim to your emotions. I ain't never seen nobody, no nation of people with a murder problem like Edomites because they feed off their emotions.
Goes back to old boy in Idaho.
Exactly.
shooting up. He shot up the restaurant. There was a person in front of him. He went to that guy, shot him while he was sitting in his car, and went to several other little locations in that area. He was just shooting random people. He was even talking to this one guy. And then he just shot him and left. No, just for no reason. Esau likes to seek out blood. But that's okay because blood getting ready to pursue him in the times that we coming in. Ain't none of y'all about to be safe, man. You know, all the way this man is hidden and all the shit that's been hidden that's coming out in the woodworks now. That's because the Lord put it on his men. And these whistleblowers out here to expose this man, but especially the men of the Lord that's out here on his highways and hedges, especially Great Millstone, man. He put the spirit on them brothers to expose this devil, man. This is Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Through these scriptures, man. You know, these prophecies, that's exposing Esau. Why you think they're coming out with certain rules now where they got AI? They got a factory, y'all might not even know about it. They got a whole factory right now with a whole lot of books. And they scanning each book with AI so AI can know what's in this book. And then they take the books, they destroy them. So you will have to just completely rely on AI.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to go read a book no more. And what AI going to do, he's going to switch it up. He's not going to give you the full truth.
Y'all got to remember, man, AI is a modern day version of the Wizard of Oz. You got to remember who's controlling this technology. Evil. And AI has been caught several times telling one truth and two lies, just like Esau. So I would say use discretion with AI. When you use AI, use discretion. Know when to chew the meat and spit out the bones.
Huh?
Because AI is a digital version of Esau.
That's it.
That's it. He gonna talk lies. He gonna tell you hard truths. It's the soft lies that's most damaging though, that's most destructive. Not the hard truth, those soft lies. Those soft lies lead you down the path of wickedness. An example of a soft lie, Kevin Gates. Just because I sleep with a man don't make me gay. Yes, it does.
Now you can cut that out. Even if you go to another, this Kevin Gates as well, going to another man and telling him, "Can you put my feet in the air?" That shit right there, bro. Real men don't speak like that.
No.
Can you put my feet in the air?
Real men don't even play like that. And then when you get wrong, when you get serious on their ass, what the first thing they say? "Oh, I was just playing." That's the thing. Real men don't even play like that.
Nah, you already exposed yourself.
Exactly. So get your crazy ass out my face. But see, these are the vibrations of Babylon. This is not a serious nation of people. I told these are just tall ass children. They never grew up. They just got taller. And that's the vibration of Babylon. That's why the other nations don't even respect this country. There's nothing left to respect. But you holding your head high on some false pride. You ain't got nothing to be proud of, Babylon. Especially Edom. What y'all got to be proud of? Your murder record? How much you lie? How much you steal? Shit. If y'all don't see the bullshit of Babylon by now, if Dr. Fauci pleading the fifth 111 times don't wake you up, I don't know what will. That should have told you everything you need to know.
Should let you second guess that damn jump shot too.
And then they coming out with another one.
Yeah.
This is the pride of Esau. They finna come out with another jab.
And they gonna take it.
They gonna take it.
These simple motherfuckers gonna take it, bro. Everybody that took that first Kool-Aid, you gonna take the next one. And you're gonna take the MOTB. Because you're gonna want to be complacent. You wanna be able to move around. Because they're gonna lock shit down. They're going to lock things down to where you cannot move around soon, man. You're not able to just go outside and take a walk, man. You're gonna be out here, you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna be literally watching your back when you step out the house. Because you're gonna be scared of the things that may take place around you. And ultimately, you're not gonna be able to go outside at all without there being some type of bloodshed in your face, man.
Yeah.
Like I said last week, you can look to your left and your right, and you're gonna see that freaking death, man.
Yeah, they already floating the rumors of blackouts coming.
Yeah.
What you think they're gonna be doing in the dead of night? They're gonna be doing just like they're doing in Spain right now. If y'all don't know what's happening in Spain, and they say that Benjamin Netanyahu is behind this, they released about 60,000 military-aged men into Spain.
Yeah.
And when it got dark, they started kicking in doors. And the rest is in 2nd Ezra chapter 15, 16. And the same madness, wickedness is coming to America. They are planning this.
And you know what else happened with Spain after the man ran up in there? They withdrew Spain out of that war.
I think, did Spain get kicked out of NATO?
Yeah, they backed out of it. They backed out of the war and all of that.
So for Spain saying, "No, Israel, we're not going to support you."
Like I said, Spain is pulling out its troops out of Iraq.
See? So this is the punishment. They being punished right now by the elites via Benjamin Netanyahu. But these are God's people. Some of y'all still believe that too. despite the fact they showing you that they are the exact opposite.
Yeah, they kicked him. They kicked him out because they didn't want to be a part of this fight. So they like, well, y'all got to go. So if you ain't abiding by these people's rules, they'll kick you to the curb.
Yeah.
Which is a prelude to when the MOTB come.
Even to himself.
If you don't do what they want you to do, you're gonna be public enemy number one. And they got these fucking drones out here. These drones gonna be hunting you cats down, man.
Yeah.
I seen a video of this drone hunting this man around his car over there. I forget. I think it was over there in Iran. I forget. It's lucky if I can't give you the right place. But the drone was flying around the car and the dude was running from it. And then the drone caught up with him and blew up. Fuck this whole back up, man.
Yeah,
they gonna
that's
have
what
drones
they do.
out here that's gonna be hunting you people down, man.
They've been had them. Those are called they're called suicide drones.
Yeah.
Kamikaze drones. Matter of fact, the Lebanese Hezbollah, they use that against the IDF. They use suicide drones against IDF soldiers when the IDF invaded Lebanon illegally. And you know what these Israelis had the caucasity to do? They had the caucasity to go to the ICC, the International Criminal Court, and complain that Lebanon was using suicide drones. You finished? You feel better? Yeah, the IDF went to the ICC, the International Criminal Court, to complain that Lebanon was using suicide drones against their soldiers when the IDF had invaded their land. You know what the International Criminal Court told them? They basically told them, oh well, stay out of their land and you won't get bombed. Because the IDF, they went over there attacking Lebanese civilians. So Hezbollah reacted and got their asses up out of there. Now these weak ass men got the nerve to complain that they got their ass beat in an illegal war. You shouldn't have been in Lebanon. But that's the unjustness of the Edomite. If they can't get their way, they gonna complain. They gonna cry as if they're on the righteous side of things.
They kings of that playing victim, man.
Yeah.
They'll blame everybody else. But what they blaming you for, they doing it themselves. Like how they blame you Israelites for everything. They blame y'all for everything, but in the reality of things, they the ones that's destroying a lot of shit and causing a lot of problems, man. You know how many posts going up on social media of how people realizing that the Edomites are the ones that's destroying this planet, that they the cancer of the earth, man?
You got Edomites saying the same thing about Edomites.
Yeah, calling them out.
Their tongue is falling upon themselves. Psalm 64,
yeah.
I think.
I go for it.
Listen to this quote right here while he bring that up. A wicked society never merely hates evil. It often protects evil and hates the witness who exposes it. Is that not Babylon the Great? Did they not come down? They tried to intimidate those Epstein victims to not testify. Judges' houses are getting blown up. Pedophile presidents are being protected. So yeah, they protect evil. That should let you know what kind of kingdom you're in. You're not in the righteous kingdom if they protect the wicked. So y'all just keep that and bear that in mind. You got that, bro?
This Psalm 64 and 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every man, of every one of them, and the heart is deep. But God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's what the brother going into with these Edomites. They're going to whistle on their own government. You know why they doing that? Because it's starting to fuck with their life. Mm-hmm. When it wasn't bothering their life, they wouldn't say anything. But now they're being so-called victims, they want to try to call it out. But it ain't going to do nothing but escalate into an all-out civil war, man. Because these people already talking about getting their arms ready. You better have a plan. I saw Esau this morning. You better have a plan. What you gonna plan? You going to change, buddy. The only plan that we need to have right now is how to keep Yahweh Bashim Yahushai pleased, man.
That's all you got to do.
That's the only plan at this point. Ain't nothing outside of that.
You ain't gonna think your way out of this. You ain't gonna shoot your way out of this. You ain't gonna prep your way out of this. Matter of fact, let's get this. This is Psalm chapter 64. We'll start at verse 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the workers of iniquity, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even to the words. Yeah, they lie on us all the time like it's going out of style. It's the blacks. No, we just staying out y'all reckless way, because we know you're emotional right now, Edom. Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They always lying on us. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Ain't nobody watching. We can slip this shit in the backs in the jam. You know, we can slip a little snake piss, a little pig blood in it, a little crab blood, all the abominations.
Fetal tissues.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't got no business being in there. We just we found out years ago, Kool-Aid got pork in it.
Yeah.
Why you think that is?
Because Jake love his Kool-Aid.
Exactly.
Jake love his Kool-Aid, man. There's no nation out here outside of our people that love the drink, that great drink. It's purple.
Yeah, why you think they embedded it in the hood on purpose? Verse 6, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But Yahweh shall shoot at them with the arrows. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Yeah, they wounded now. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. It's getting so bad about all this infighting amongst the Edomites. They telling on each other. Because let me ask you this, Edom. This goes out to the ones that's telling on the wicked Edomites. Why y'all just now start telling on these people? Y'all been knew the wickedness they was up to. I'm gonna tell you why. You was too busy benefiting from it.
Yep, exactly what it was. Now they not benefiting from it no more.
Exactly.
You know, they see in the outcome of that crude oil situation. They talking about what, 42 barrels, 43 days left of like to that of crude oil.
Yeah.
46 days or so left. And you know what happens when that runs out? A lot of things that are being produced, you're not gonna get it no more. You're gonna need that for like plastic,
yeah.
You know, for your gas, all these type of things. And they talk about, hey, if that does happen, shit, the damn gas gonna go beyond $8 a gallon, man, and significantly higher than that.
Y'all just don't understand. Y'all being set up for the slaughter. Because guess what? There's nothing moving through the strait right now coming here.
Yeah.
Nothing's being traded. So eventually, all this shit that you people covet, it's going to dry up. And when Esau takes your water, he going to blame the power. He going to blame the surveillance centers. When these blackouts start rolling, he going to blame the surveillance centers.
They already blaming Iran for some of it.
Exactly.
They already blaming Iran for hacking water systems. But in reality, it's America. Same with 9/11, man. Same way. Same way.
It ain't shit for Esau to do damage to his own and blame other countries. 9/11 was the biggest example of that. Do damage to his own and blame other nations just so he could justify himself to go in and steal their shit. That play has played out. And all the nations have caught on to what Esau has been doing. And now Iran is destroying even more military bases in the so-called Middle East. They should have been did that. I'm glad Iran is doing it. And it's all orchestrated anyway. Because you got to remember, this is called a theater of war. This is all a big show. This is a big performance. Yeah, it's real. People are dying. They want you to be convinced that this is real, even though this is orchestrated. Because guess what? Yeah, all the nations, they have little skirmishes amongst each other. But all the nations are in agreement that they don't want the Israelites in rulership. That's why they're coming against all the Israelites. All the nations are in agreement. They don't want us back on top. They willing to set their little skirmishes to the side. Just like they're going to be willing to set all their skirmishes aside in the day that the Lord returns with the chariots. They're going to stop fighting each other and try to fight the Lord.
Mm-hmm. That's factual, right? And he's definitely right about these nations tearing off on American soldiers over there because, hey, you Americans, you American military men, women as well, y'all thought that this place was just that tough, huh? You know, but the Lord put that spirit on these other nations to fight your ass back, and it ain't gonna be nothing you can do because it's biblical that Babylon is gonna be destroyed, man. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men and let all men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together around about thither, because thy mind was to come down, O Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The Lord put it on these other nations to rise up back against America. And you ain't seen nothing yet because Turkey got involved. And these other nations, you're going to have some Hamitic nations get involved. Y'all ain't seen everybody get into this yet.
No.
Everybody's finna get into this war. And you know who they going to be looking at? America.
They see the root cause of all of this madness. America keep pouring gas on the fire instead of water.
Yeah.
What did Benjamin Netanyahu do when Trump signed the last ceasefire? He started a war. Yeah. He started shooting. These peace they know not, like in Isaiah chapter 59. And for all you Americans who trust this American shit, we got the strongest, most powerful military, okay. Why haven't you gained control of the strait yet then? Trump get on TV many times talking about he done knocked out all of Iran's weapons. All their weaponry has been decimated, okay.
Why you
they shooting something at you then. They're not using slingshots. They got missiles. They got miles and miles and miles of stockpile missiles underground in tunnels. They got missiles for days. They got missiles for years because they have been plotting to bust America's ass because America won't stop fucking with them. How many generals and religious leaders have America murdered from the nation of Iran? That's why they saying they gonna get Trump. They got little big old billboards on the side of buildings. They gonna get Trump. So, I mean, remember when during Trump's first administration, they murdered General Soleimani. They ain't forgot. That's why they've been chanting death to America. But the media over here want to paint them as being the wicked. No, you got to ask yourself, why are they saying this? Because America ain't shit. That's why. Y'all trusting in this lie. We got the most powerful military. Why is Iran embarrassing you then? This is the book of Isaiah chapter 31 verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. That's the military. Horses and chariots.
Yeah.
You remember the book of Exodus with the Pharaoh?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
they
he
were
had
chasing
horses
them,
and chariots too. He
Yeah.
thought he was the shit. So the Lord showed him that he's not.
Swallowed them up with that water.
Exactly.
Them and his men.
Y'all prepare for war with fire and missiles, and the Lord gonna destroy you, just like in Exodus, when the Pharaoh was pursuing the Israelites with anger and spears and bow and arrows. The Lord defeated them with water.
Yeah. Then he had to lay a finger on them.
Exactly. And finish this scripture. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. That's where you messing up at. You trusted in the lie that America got the strongest military, it'll never happen here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you should be depending on the Lord to get you out of this. Because Esau ain't got a chance. His judgment is already written. But you Israelites, you might have a chance. But you got to come out of the ways of Babylon first. And you got to come back to your living power. If you can't do that, you might well start digging your own grave.
Yeah.
At least you got the option to make it comfortable. Because guess what? When the shit hits the fan, ain't nobody's gonna be buried here. You're just gonna be stepping over the dead. That's how much iniquity Babylon has racked up. You got a rap sheet that your debt must be paid, Babylon. You ain't getting away with nothing. And you kicking the can down the road, ignoring reality is not helping your situation. But this is what you've been taught to do. Ignore your problems. Blame somebody else for your problems, your situations. Lie and steal as you please. Murder as you please. These are the ways of Babylon. Unfortunately for you, it's iniquity in the eyes of the Lord. And there is a recompense coming for it all.
Mm-hmm. I got Jeremiah 51:6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon hath been the golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. Everybody's moving under the vibration of Babylon, but now motherfuckers are distancing themselves from Babylon and ready to put some missiles on this place, right? And it says the nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad, poisoning us with this bullshit. It says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed, which there's no healing for this place. The only thing that's going to heal this place is them thermonuclear missiles, man. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. So this place went up to his bounds that he cannot pass. Destruction is coming. But first we got to go through these other prophecies. You know, the civil unrest, the civil wars. You know, the MOTB. That's all coming. Jacob's trouble. All of these things are coming. Then ultimately, the climax of this thing is Yahweh Shem Yahushai pulling up in them chariots, destroying that military, putting missiles on this joint, man. So we living in some beautiful times to see the fall of our enemies, man.
Yes, sir. See, the thing right here, if you really think about it, the way this kingdom is ran, the way this world is ran, it's not sustainable. You got way too many unnecessary deaths. You got way too much destruction, physical destruction of the earth. You got way too much poisoning and contamination of everything. Food, water, air. You got too much deliberate corruption going on for this to be sustainable. And this is why the Lord shortened the days, because If not, Esau killed everything and everybody on the planet, including himself. This is how reckless this man is.
Lord don't call this place the valley of the shadow of death for no reason.
Exactly.
Because a valley is a low-level place, and America is a low-level place, low level of morals, man. This place has no morals. I just seen a baby girl that was a headline of a 5-year-old baby girl stabbed to death. He just said all these different murders going on, different killings, man. You know, and you're gonna see a lot more of this with these little babies getting put to death. You know, but that's the will of the Lord, man. Because you honestly, in the times we coming up there, you be better off dead. You be better off dead. Otherwise, you gonna catch that sword, or your body gonna pine away from famine, man.
Yeah.
Which one is it gonna be for you? Or you gonna have that covering of your how about Shimmy shot, and you're gonna eat and drink in that day. What's it to you?
See, these people so entitled, they can't imagine themselves going without. But the Lord finna bring that harsh reality into fruition for you. Because you so proud, he finna take you down a peg or two. That's why the destruction is speeding up, thanks to Trump. Good job. Straight up, man, we tired of this place. We want this place to come to an end. Even if it means our death. It doesn't matter. We want to see our enemies suffer. We want to see our enemies pay for what they have done to our people. And if that involves our death, so be it. But long as the Lord gets our enemies, that's what matters to us. Long as they get it. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 22. This is the red letter, Lord Yahushua speaking. And except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Just what I was just explaining. The Lord wasn't coming back, Esau would kill everything and everybody.
Yeah, and them days being shorted, I said earlier. Salaki.
And then,
We past the middle of 2026. We passed that now.
yeah, we're in the 8th month.
So we almost at the end of 2026, man. Just like that. We just had a so-called new year. Just had it. And here we are toward the end of this year. And I'm telling you, 2027, this man know he only got a short time. He's finna come down hard next year. He's already putting all these different little pins on the paper on y'all ass right now. All these different rules, regulations that they want people to abide by. And it's gonna also come up with, it's gonna come to that rights, man. They already doing it in where is it at?
Sweden, they
Pakistan.
They
Pakistan is Pakistan fast tracks digital identity as Digital Nation Acts take effect.
See?
So Pakistan is getting ready to push that MOTV too. I'm telling you. It always happens around the world first, and then it trickles down to Babylon. Because Babylon gonna be the last place to really get it.
These
and
are
when they
test
get
runs.
it, it's gonna be nasty for you Americans, man.
Yeah, when they did it in other nations first, these are test
Yeah.
runs. Just like they outlawed street preaching in Canada.
Yeah.
That's a test run.
It's gonna happen here eventually. That's when the famine of the word is gonna take place. They just seeing how these other nations are gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's to come down upon the Israelites, man. They setting traps.
They gathering their research. They do a diligent search.
Exactly.
They know they got to be very, very careful with Babylon because this is the most heavily armed country on the face of the earth, civilian wise.
Yep.
So they know you can try that shit in them countries that where the population is not heavily armed. You try that shit over here, you try to take these Patriots guns and see what happens. They gonna go out in a blaze.
And they not gonna take these guns from these people because when the shit hit the fan, they gonna want that chaos so they can come in with some type of order. Because believe it or not, them civilians, they gonna run out of bullets too.
Yeah.
They gonna run out of bullets too. Then what? Now y'all gotta resort to some type of other killing instrument outside of gun, or you gonna have to get down or lay down from what Esau got on the table, the plate that he got coming up.
That's why they showing more leniency on the gun laws. It's
Yeah.
more states They done passed it that you don't have to have a permit. They want the chaos.
And they gave the youngins, the 18-year-old teenagers, rights to carry now.
Yeah, they want the chaos. They giving you the tools to destroy yourself so they can be justified to control you.
And they put it right in your face this time. We're going to make this law so we can give YNs guns.
Yeah.
Versus in COVID time, what was they doing? Or even before that, they was putting guns in alleys in Chicago. They was putting guns in alleys in Chicago, just guns. And people were coming up with guns, man. That's how they were getting all them guns in Chicago.
They was yeah, I know, yeah,
they was planting them.
They was having these train freight cars pull up in the bad sections of Chicago, and they left the box cars unlocked on purpose. They even opened the doors. So when you walking down the train tracks, you climb up in this box car and you see guns. That is no coincidence, man. That's a setup. Yeah. Ain't nobody that reckless. Ain't nobody that negligent to leave box cars of automatic weapons
in the hood, though.
Unlocked.
In the hood.
Because they want the violence. They want the chaos. They want to be able to say, well, we got to do this to you because y'all too dangerous.
And it's crazy because they did it in so many different scenarios, even with the crack pandemic, man. They just put the shit in the neighborhood for you to destroy yourself. Then they did that for you to destroy yourself with the guns. Now they like, hey, forget it. We're going to put it on paper. We're going to put it on paper and do it just for y'all to take yourselves out, man. And a lot of you jakes that go out here and kill your brethren to commit all these crimes, they're going to give you an ultimatum. You either can serve your time or you got to go to that draft, partner. And a lot of you going to go to that draft. A lot of you going to choose to go to that draft, and that's where you're going to meet your demise at. Because if you go over there with no military training or not having Yahweh Shem Yahushua on your team, and if he had Yahweh Shem Yahushua on your team, you going to be going over there anyway.
Exactly.
You know? Or if the Lord just going to protect you, it is what it is. But you go over there, you going to get your brains blown out. You're going to get a machete through your throat. However they kill you, because they do a nitty-gritty over there, man.
Yeah, they get down and dirty. They about their business. They ain't about holding guns sideways for the gram and shit. No. They want your ass. And they ain't gonna play with you. So you go over there, like Ice Cube said in that song, America's Most Wanted. When he said that about the YNs, put them overseas, they'll be begging to come back.
That fucking...
Them people ain't playing.
Them brutal deaths that they been having. You remember them videos they used to post on Facebook? They banned them now. But I've seen them when they snatched up women by the hair and hacked their neck open, man.
Yeah, chop their head off.
Their head right
with a
off,
kitchen knife, bro.
That's an excruciating pain, bro. That's not the way you want to go, bro.
I couldn't even watch the whole video. It was so graphic. But yeah, that's how they play over there.
And that's
Matter
what you're finna
the
see.
cartels play like that too.
Oh man. And that's what you're finna see in America too. You're gonna see those kind of deaths. Because you forget that the sleeper cells are lurking.
Yeah.
So when they get unhinged, you prideful people. I'm talking about you Israelites, you the Eve and Jake. Y'all finna get into some shit that y'all not gonna be able to get out of, man.
Yeah.
Because y'all don't take heed to the men of the Lord on the highways and hedges, man. Giving you the warning. He said, warn my people. And you getting these warnings. And like I said last week, eventually the warning's gonna stop, not from just over here, but from all the men out here that teach, especially the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, man. Especially them. You're gonna wish you learned something, and it's gonna be too late. You're gonna be out here running to and fro for this word, and you're not gonna be able to find it. You're gonna be thirsty for them living waters, and you're not gonna be able to get it, boy.
That's how you die of thirst.
Well,
if you understand the parable. A lot of y'all being set up and don't even know. Because one of the tricks or one of the schemes Esau got planned when he draft your loved ones and send them over there to fight the enemies that he made, he created, you ain't gonna be able to protect your house because you overseas. And while you overseas fighting for this wicked kingdom, you're gonna have IDF soldiers over here kicking in your house, kicking in your door to your house. You a soldier overseas fighting they bullshit while they over here spoiling your house.
Yeah. That's why I says in 2nd Esdras 16 and 33, the virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn not having no helpers. And the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine, man. Because remember, the famine is coming. Don't forget that the farmers are complaining about the agriculture, not being able to plant. You know, don't forget that they're recalling all the food and sending them to them underground bunkers and giving you people God knows what.
Franken food.
You know?
Yeah, Esau sabotaged the water, the air, and the soil. He sabotaged it. He growing real shit in controlled environments. Because he tainted the ground. He tainted the water. He tainted the air. That lady said she had what was them fruits she was growing? Zucchini, squash, cucumber, something like that. She said they were beautiful in her garden. She said a thunderstorm came through. She said the next day, the very next day, all her veggies was rotten, shriveled up and rotten.
Overnight.
She said after a thunderstorm though. So that means that the water was poisoned.
There was something in that rainwater, them chemtrails that they
chemtrails, y'all don't question chemtrails. Y'all treat chemtrails like they normal ass clouds.
I think it's just smoke coming out the exhaust of the plane, and it's not.
Jet fuel exhaust don't work like that. It don't linger around like that.
It goes away after a certain couple of seconds.
It dissipates.
This, when they go from here to here, about 4 or 5 miles, you still see that chemtrail line in the sky. And when you wake up in the morning, like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and you got the clear blue sky, that's when they really spraying it. You know why? Because in the morning, that's when a little bit of that dew comes from heaven when it get moist down here. And it comes down slowly in the morning. Yep. They be on it early in the morning, man. You in your house chilling, and then you go outside, they see, you coughing and you going through it. My rib got asthma. Every time she step outside, she's going through it.
It is.
So we gotta get the hell up out of here, man.
Yeah, man. And that tells you right there, Esau's a base man. Who the hell hops in a plane, flies up to the heavens just to spray poison, lands the plane just to breathe that shit in, him and his family? That's a base man.
Yeah.
And to show that you Americans have no integrity, you put money over integrity. You know you killing your own people. You know your children are inhaling this poison. Yeah. But you have to take the money though. No integrity. You got people that will take the money and murder people slowly. Death by 1,000 cuts. That's what this is.
And then they mindset, they'll be like, I'm making a lot of money with this, so if we get sick, I got the money to buy the cure. They be thinking like that.
Yeah.
How you know if you're gonna survive?
They think money gonna get them out of everything. No, money is not gonna get you out of captivity.
Exactly.
So only a fool would take this blood money, hop into a cockpit, fly to the heavens, spray that poison just to land the plane and breathe it in. That's a dumbass. But then again, Babylon is full of dumbasses. So that makes all the sense in the world. Instead of people standing on business saying no, instead of people destroying these planes. That's why they about to have these surveillance centers military guarded.
Yeah, because they know people gonna go over there and try to Molotov cocktail bomb.
They already did. They already started doing that. That's why they got to beef up security. Yeah. These people, because they don't want the surveillance centers in their cities, in their neighborhoods. Look at what they decimate Memphis right now. And Memphis is suffering because of all the byproduct that these that these surveillance centers dispense. They poison in the water and the air with these surveillance centers.
Yeah.
These people getting headaches, they vomiting, they just ain't feeling right. The government ain't doing shit about it. You know why? Because their city council has already been bought and paid for.
Yeah, they already been infiltrated. And on top of that, you gotta think about this too with these so-called data centers and that water situation. Like I said before, they saying that these data centers is gonna take up all the water, but in reality, a lot of them are they pumping that water down in them underground bunkers, man. They rerouting the water to them underground cities. Because these people are going to dig into hell, man.
Yeah.
They're going to dig into the ground in the hopes of getting away from this stuff. They've been watching too many Day After Tomorrow movies and shit like that. Thinking when all shit hit the fan and then when it's all said and done, Esau gonna climb his ass out of them cliffs or the rocks and live back on top again and start society again. But you in for a rude awakening when them hunters come down there and get your ass.
See, that's a dumbass thought process in itself. You gonna destroy your own kingdom, betray every person on the planet, just so you can get the rule over ashes? Is that the plan? That's not a very smart person. But see, once again, you got to think about it. Who Trump is getting his orders from? Tiny Tops, the most dumbass base man ever existed. Because this man was stupid enough to tell the world that he's us. But see, y'all was even stupid enough to do it though. This man think that he could just treat the Lord how he treats us. No, bruh. No. That shows you we dealing with a dumbass.
Then they run it with the 7 Noahide laws. Letting you know that, hey, they don't believe in so-called Christ themselves, but you Christians do. And when you Christians do, and when y'all realize what these 7 Noahide laws are, you gonna quickly drop all faith in Hamash and y'all Christ.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna give up all of that false faith that you had because they gonna be coming for heads.
Jail time
and heads cut off. It's gonna be heads rolling, man.
But see, this is what y'all don't understand. You Christians, y'all some of the dumbest people on the planet. Y'all believe any lie, but you come against truth. When we tell you who we are, you demand paperwork, documentation, DNA, all this pseudoscience. But when it come to them, you ain't ask them for none of that shit. You just believe that lie blindly. Never mind they don't match prophecy. Never mind they don't match scripture. Never mind they fulfilled all the prophecies that Amalek and Esau prophesied to fulfill. Never mind all that. Never mind us fitting the curses. Never mind that. We don't care what your Bible says. We believe our Lord and Savior is white. We believe his people are white. And we believe that you will never get anything because you were given to us to consume. That's what you Christians believe.
Yeah.
Despite all the truth, all the facts, all the history that has been presented to you. Y'all some of the dumbest people on the planet besides Edom and Amalek, Christians.
Yeah. Y'all do all that mouth service. This is Matthew 15:8. This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. And that's what the brothers was going into right there, saying that my God is white. The scriptures say otherwise.
They don't care. They don't read the way.
Nope.
So how would you even know it's in there?
They never said he was colored or whatever y'all call it, Middle Eastern.
None of those terms are biblical.
Stop it, bro.
None of those terms are biblical. But y'all made it reality in your delusional ass head. That's why y'all gonna be destroyed, because you refuse to deal with reality. Where you get that from, Esau? Esau doesn't deal with reality. He wants his lies to stand, just like you Christians want your lies to stand. That's why the Lord sent the prophets, to shame you into silence, because y'all don't know what y'all talking about. All you doing is regurgitating and repeating lies that you heard while you was growing up in Babylon. But you never stopped to check, fact check, research, or nothing. You just go along with lies blindly. That makes you stupid.
Yeah.
But you got the nerve to come against us, but you won't come against those people over there in our land? Yeah, you a dumbass.
Mm-hmm. That's why the Lord said in 2 Timothy 2:15, you have to know what you're talking about, man. You have to go study these things instead of taking it for face value, man. And it starts in the scriptures always, you know. 2 Timothy 2:15, study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. And a lot of y'all don't know these scriptures, and you be ashamed to speak on it because you're not studying.
You're not rooted. You're not rooted in the scriptures. All you doing is repeating lies.
Yeah. You're not going back and what the so-called preacher said on Sunday. You're not going and looking in the scriptures to see what it really meant. Because they tell you can't question them.
Shit.
And that's where you go wrong at.
Shit.
You saying question the pastor, we get in trouble. God will get us, because that's how they get y'all. They fear mongering, man. It's nothing wrong with fearing the Lord, but the way they do it to manipulate you, man, and to take your money from you.
Mm-hmm. That's called hustling. For all you people don't know, you're being hustled. That's what it's called.
Hustling false flows.
I mean, these people are ridiculous.
Cause them lying ass flows that they be spitting on that stage, it sure don't come out of the scriptures. The pastor might read one verse, and then everything else is about his life.
I got this scripture right here, and it's talking about you Christians that just be talking, and don't even know what you're talking about. This is the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 10. But these speak evil of those things which they know not, but what they know naturally as brute beasts, and those things they corrupt themselves. You fill yourself up with Christian lies, that's corrupting yourself. And you regurgitate them. You teach your children these lies. But as soon as it's called out to be a lie, that was a little. Y'all teach y'all children to believe in Santa Claus, don't exist. Easter Bunny, don't exist.
Exactly.
Tooth Fairy, don't exist. Y'all teach y'all children to believe in these idols. Cheese and rice, don't exist. But the true living power, y'all deny him all day. The true and living power, the how about Shimmy Hawashai, y'all deny him all day. Y'all team Jesus around this bitch. We're gonna see how far that get you. Cause you ain't leaving this ground, I promise you that. Them chariots is not coming to get no Jesus worshipers, no Santa Claus worshipers, Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, none of that shit. If you don't know the true names, you damn sure ain't leaving this planet. You gonna be here on the ground zero, when the nukes drop. Just like in the book of Judges, chapter 10, verse 13 and 14. Go and cry to the gods you have chosen. Let them deliver you in your time of tribulation. You think Santa Claus gonna slide down the chimney and get you out of here before the nuclear destruction? No.
You better make sure there's some Vaseline in that chimney so his ass can slide down unhinged.
Because I promise you this, any Edomite in a red and white suit breaking in your house, he ain't leaving you shit. He coming there to steal. The Grinch who stole Christmas was the perfect interpretation. He saw him slide down your chimney and leave you nothing. He gonna take some shit.
Yeah.
So the Grinch was Esau, for real.
Oh yeah. With that sneaky smile.
Cold, no empathy, no mercy, no compassion. The elders was talking about this at camp, I think, or in a sit down. How the Grinch came back when the rat came out to get the little crumb. The Grinch came back and snatched that. Esau ain't leaving you no grapes. The Grinch ain't leaving you no grapes. The Grinch was Esau in spirit.
Yeah.
He's still more than your presence. He's still your hope, your joy. He's still your happiness.
Yeah, they let you know that white folks hate black joy, man. So-called black joy. They don't like to see you happy. A bunch of you jakes right now go to a park in the white neighborhood, not bothering nobody, and set you up a barbecue. Watch one of them punks come over there and deputize themselves like they run the goddamn park.
Exactly.
And then try to make some type of way to get you out of character so you can lay hands on them. Don't fall for it.
So he can bait you up to get yourself in trouble.
Yeah. And he's going to get away with it.
That's in Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Let Satan get an advantage of us
Yep.
We're not ignorant of his devices. We know you trying to bait us up so you can be justified to call the police. We ain't falling for that. We just going to walk away and leave your dumb ass to your own devices.
Like you said about that Jake that was out there playing that guitar.
Yeah.
And that Edomite deputized himself to say the police told him that he couldn't be over there. And he like, well, let them come tell.
Exactly. He like, you a cop? He like, no. Well,
Let them come and
he
tell
said,
me
he
then.
said, let a cop be a cop then. And then that's when the Edomite false accused him spiritually.
Yeah,
I don't want any trouble.
Mhm.
Who runs to trouble? Nobody. You trying to bait that Jacob to get himself in trouble. So you can go home and smile about it. Yeah, I got him fucked up. But let me ask you this, Edomites. If we ain't shit, we need y'all to evict us from y'all heads.
Man,
We need y'all evict us out of everything else. You evict us out of apartment buildings. You evict us off of land we paid cash for.
yep.
Why can't y'all evict us from y'all heads, man? Because y'all doing way too much thinking. Thinking is very dangerous for an Edomite because they have no limit to their wickedness.
Oh man, I think it must. Oh,
They
shit
search
that's in
out
their mind.
iniquities with a diligent search.
Yep.
Quote, roughly paraphrasing the scriptures.
And the heart is deep, or the mind
Yeah.
is deep, because the mind can have all type of mess inside of it, man.
Because it's not governed by anything.
Yeah.
Esau is a loose chainsaw, a loose fire hose, unpredictable, uncontrollable, reckless,
You don't know where he's
impulsive.
going.
Yeah, man.
You don't know where he's going with it, man.
Esau is a loose fire hose. He don't even know he gonna be doing next 2 seconds because he don't know his emotions gonna be in the next 2 seconds.
Exactly.
Listen to this. I want y'all to hear this. Florida man, see, they go to wicked Florida Edomites, charged with attempt to murder, attempting to turn off air supply of submerged teen diver. There was a teen diving with scuba gear and an oxygen tank. This Edomite tried to turn off his oxygen. See? That's why you aren't fit to rule, because you can't even rule over yourself. So how you gonna rule over other people? You're too unpredictable, impulsive, emotional to be rulers. Because if you can't rule your own spirit, just like the elders taught us, you can't rule over your own spirit. It's impossible for you to rule over other people, especially a stronger nation. That's why Esau goes above and beyond to make you weak like him. He knows that a weaker nation cannot rule over a stronger nation. So he makes you weak like him. He makes you fragile like him. He makes you effeminate like him.
Facts.
So it won't be any competition. That's the way this man thinks. Eliminate all competition because he knows he's a born loser.
This motherfucker got the audacity to I'm gonna say Caucasian, to talk down on us like we got low IQs. But at the same time, y'all can't even deal with reality. A person that can't deal with true facts has a very low IQ, man. So you tell me, Esau, what is this IQ you talking about? That we lack, that you supposed to have a greater abundance of, but it shows every day that you have no IQ at all. Except for this pseudoscience out here, which is bullshit.
You make shit up and then get mad at us because we don't believe the shit you made up, calling it science.
And then they'll call you all type of names when you don't believe it.
It don't matter.
You can have a straight regular conversation with one. Just, saying something regular. They'll disrespect you instantly.
Yeah.
You fucking dummy. Like, who is you talking to, bruh?
Because these people have been conditioned to go against whatever doesn't benefit them. The truth doesn't benefit Esau. That's why he's so anti-truth. That's why he's so anti-reality. Truth doesn't benefit him. Reality doesn't benefit him. He says he's superior for take his ass out in 95-degree weather and die.
Yup.
Superior how?
Go out there and cook.
Your medium well ass.
Go out there and cook in the sun. Like what we doing right now, we ain't directly in the sun, but let me tell you, we was standing directly in the sun right now. Esau would not be able to do that for 2 or 3 hours.
No.
He gonna be burned up.
No.
He red as hell, man.
But you had Jesus in Egypt. Stop it.
Sticking out like a sore thumb out there.
Who that red boy? You can't hide amongst the Egyptians if you red. The Egyptians ain't red. But see, once again, Esau and all Babylonians in general have been conditioned to go against what they don't agree with or what doesn't benefit them. That's why they're so anti-truth, anti-reality.
Yep.
I never seen people with high intelligence make dumb decisions. That doesn't happen. I never seen people with high intelligence lie like children. That doesn't happen. You are the opposite. You are the base man that the Bible says you are. You need to accept that and stop torturing yourself with these made-up lies, self-made lies. Because guess what? You setting yourself up to fall from that top bunk when you should be practicing sleeping on the floor. Because that's where you about to end up, Esau. So keep on propping yourself up with lies. That's just going to make the fall that much painful.
Mm-hmm.
When that reality slaps the shit out of you, it's going to be that much more painful. I'm not superior after all. No, you ain't.
He's just running his mouth.
You just lied to the world and told them you were. Now the world sees that you're not. Has thou become as weak as we? Roughly paraphrasing the scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to put yourself on another level. Boy, stop. Like I said, highly intelligent people don't make dumbass decisions.
Plus, Esau don't like reproof. You can't correct this man. He get mad as hell.
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking brute. This is Proverbs 12:1. Whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish, man. And Esau doesn't like to be correct because you can give him all the receipts and he's still gonna deny what you're saying.
I don't care. Bro. I don't la. Like Jeff Adder, they stop at their ear.
Yeah.
Esau don't care about the facts that don't benefit him.
You see, brutish. The word brutish means rough, cruel, and violent, acting more like an animal than a thinking human, man. Because this man ain't human.
Nope.
He's an animal, dog. He's a brute beast.
This man, all Esau did was shave his back hair and put on a suit. Shave that hair off his neck and put on a suit. But behavior hasn't changed.
Now the behavior ain't gonna change.
Opinions haven't changed. Intelligence level hasn't changed. He still lies. He still steals. He still murders. He still eats his own children. He still drinks their blood. He still grapes his own children. Same brute beast. He just shaved that back hair and put on a suit.
And he gonna be put to death because of his own corruption as well. This is 2 Peter 2:12. But these are natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed. Speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, man. These people gonna get destroyed. They speak lofty against the Lord, and they gonna get it, man. They don't understand nothing. They don't understand no ways of the Lord. So why the hell do y'all even have the scripture, man?
Could they use it as a weapon against us? Listen to this. This is an example of a brute beast. Teen who raped, strangled, and brutalized 2 girls has case dismissed without serving a day in prison. I ain't got to tell you what nation he's from. You already know what nation he's from. That's why the Lord has indignation against this place. You people don't punish your own. The same way they protected this piece of shit, the same way they protected the presidential piece of shit.
He get prosperity out of that. He prospered after a murder. He supposed to went straight to jail, man. Straight to jail. This is Psalm 73:3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued as other men. Therefore pride encompasses them about as a chain. Violence covers them as a garment, because they, like the brother said, they don't punish their people here, man. So they feel like they get away with it. And another week or two, that spirit might jump on them again and go do the shit again. And then what they gonna say? It was mental illness.
Because they gonna get emboldened every time they are slapped on the wrist. Look at the January 6ers. A good 70 to 80% of them that was party, they back in jail or prison now for doing even worse shit. That's why you people have ran up a tab in the heavens, because Babylon is a false balance. And a false balance is an abomination unto the Lord. Mm-hmm. This Babylonian country this whole country is an abomination to the Lord because it's out of balance. Now, if you punish people accordingly, that will put this place back in balance. That's not going to happen, though, because that's not what the Lord wants.
Mm-hmm. If this place, say for instance, if this place was under the rule of the Lord, the way of the Lord, man, homosexuality, for instance, you come across the homosexuals, you stone their ass to death. The ones that had that thought in their mind that they wanted to live that way, they gonna think about that shit.
Yep.
Cause they ain't gonna want to be held an example of that. When you got chastisement, there's correction, man. And that's one thing about America, it doesn't chastise the people. They go by that only God can judge me thing, man. Where there's no judgment, no chastisement, there's no correction. See, you have to be corrected, man, to move forward in this place. Nobody in Babylon likes correction, man. You got very few people that own up and have accountability, but it's not enough to change this place. That's why the Lord got to come back and burn this motherfucker up, man.
See, that Babylon will never get right, man, because that's not the Lord's will.
Just can't get right, boss.
They can't. They couldn't even if they wanted to, because it's too much iniquity. It's too much stacked up into the heavens.
I was just about to say that, y'all.
So y'all can't get right even if y'all wanted to. Mm-hmm. This place is out of balance. But that's all right, though. The Mills going to get it right. Now, this is another testament of how out of balance and wicked this place is. Dr. Anthony Fauci confesses he made up COVID rules, including 6 feet social distancing and masking of kids. He admitted he made it up. We told y'all he made the shit up. We told y'all that him and the woman that he got with to help make this shit up, she wrote a book confessing that they made the shit up. Why this man ain't in jail? Look how many deaths is Anthony Fauci responsible for?
Man, thousands, man.
It's in the tens of millions.
Ooh.
Tens of millions. That's how much blood this man got on his hands. Going on TV, telling people with that pseudoscience to put on 3 and 4 masks. You're basically killing yourself slowly.
And then lied to you people. He went to the lowest point to where he was able to go get a retractable needle and put it on his skin and look like he got stuck with the vaccine and didn't.
So this man has been lying to you people for years.
And y'all over our backs. Go question that.
Yeah, why y'all ain't got an issue with that? But see, you people, y'all wake up in the morning, first thing on y'all mind, how to get up under our skin.
How to scarf.
Versus how to deal with the wickedness in your government. These are your people doing this to you. Israelites ain't doing that shit. Israelites ain't cooking up no shit at the CDC.
We calling it out. You should be happy about that.
But these people, they are unrighteous. They are created to be the wicked. And part of being wicked is to hate the righteous man in every righteous way. Roughly paraphrasing the scripture. That is one of the roles of the wicked, to hate every righteous way. So you being a truth teller, they're going to hate you for it. Never mind that they're going to benefit from the truth you bringing out. They just hate you for being honest. That is a earmark of a wicked kingdom. So how is America great if it's wicked? Can't be both. But see, you can't tell you Babylonians now because y'all done ate up every lie this bitch ever fed y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But see, truth is coming. And
Proverbs 27. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. And that's why y'all don't like this. That's why y'all always coming against the men on the highways and hedges, the men of the Lord, man. Because y'all are abomination to we are abomination to you just as much as you are abomination to us, man. So if you got something to say, just move on. Go feed them with the bullshit that y'all come around us with. You know, y'all not questioning nothing that these people doing to y'all. We ain't the ones creating vaccines. We ain't the ones lying to people, telling them to do this and do that. That's not beneficial to them. We not gonna be the ones that's telling you to go take that rice, but you gonna go take it, and when you take it, you still gonna be looking at us like we the problem. Dumbass.
And they just spooked y'all into taking. I mean, they spooked you into causing your own death. Because a mandate is not a law. You can challenge mandates.
But they won't, because this is the land of the bend over and take it.
See, they painted it to you as law. Psalm chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? They make it seem like a law. They make it seem like you got to do it. No, you don't. Mandates are not laws. They just painted it to look like a law. They scared you into thinking it was a law.
That's that craft to prosper.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And this is every Babylonian that believes in America. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 14. Frowardness is in his heart. What is frowardness? You are deliberately being difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Babylonian Edomites. There's Christians. Anybody who you reveal truth to and they decide to become difficult to get on with, that's frowardness. Frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord, putting this group against this group as a diversion, as to take away from truth. It's the Democrats doing it. Look, bruh, For the past year, Republicans have been fucking this place up. But they too busy blaming Democrats. Yeah, that's sowing discord among brethren. Verse 15, therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. These 6 things that the Lord hate, yes, 7 are an abomination unto him. This country is full of walking abominations. Listen to the characteristics. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. A lot of y'all are a bunch of walking abominations, and you proud of it.
And that's what's going to lead to your downfall too. It also goes into that word hubris that we brought out before.
Excess pride.
You know, that's this is hubris, means extreme or excessive pride, arrogance, and dangerous overconfidence. It leads people to overvalue their own power or skill, ignore risk, and act as if they are above the rules. That's Esau, Edom. This flaw often causes a person's sudden failure or downfall. And look at America.
We just quoted that in verse 15. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy.
Yep.
Because he think he's untouchable.
Yep.
Until the Lord touch his ass.
Yep.
Fauci thought he was untouchable. He thought that little piece of paper Biden sign was gonna get him off the hook. Yeah, suddenly shall his downfall come suddenly without remedy. That's what pride does. Pride blinds you. Pride lies to you.
Yep.
Oh, I'll never get caught. Oh, they'll never catch me.
That's in his mind.
That pride is a delusion in itself.
Like you read this earlier, I'm going to read it again since we on that subject. This is Psalms 10 and 5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And that's the mind of Esau and all you Americans, because Esau rules this land. So you Americans gonna follow that vibration, man.
Exactly. Y'all under that same Edomite vibration.
Y'all don't think this? I hear our people too think that this military is just the best, can't nothing touch it. I'm like, don't you realize that Americans alone, that NATO is about to quit fucking with this place?
Yeah.
And all these other nations are about to click up. I think eventually NATO, EU gonna link up with these other nations to fuck this place up.
They are.
They're gonna link up.
Prophecy.
It's prophetic. That the beast is gonna hate the poor and burn them with fire.
It's prophecy. That's in Jeremiah 50. Because America's gonna do something to these nations one day, very soon. It's gonna make these nations come together and say, you know what, man, we just gonna have to go and nuke them because they won't stop the bullshit. Them and Israel. This is Jeremiah chapter 50. Let's see if I can find it. Chapter verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up. Let me let these loud motherfuckers go by. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in a row, which is battle formation, against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. It's prophesied they're going to take this place out. Because as you can see, Babylon won't stop the bullshit. Israel won't stop the bullshit. That's going to make they already made the other nations come together and say, you know what, we don't even want to trade with them. Because they so much full of shit.
I got Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Talking about Mystery Babylon, or aka America. And they shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's talking about the NATO EU. They're gonna burn this motherfucker down too. Everybody's gonna hit this place, man.
Everybody got a vendetta with Babylon, man. Because Babylon has fucked over everybody. So yeah, everybody got a vendetta against this place. And I wouldn't even call it a vendetta. I would call it indignation, righteous hatred.
Yep. Because it's not unrighteous. All the things this place done, all the genocide this place done did to these other nations, man, over time. Yo, this place done bombed so many other nations, man. Y'all don't even understand.
A country been in existence for 250 years, but only had 12, 13 years of peace. That's a warlike nation. Peace they know not. Isaiah chapter 59. Their feet be swift in running to mischief, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity, wasting and destruction are in their paths. That's Babylon, man.
Mm-hmm. You got America done hit East and Southeast Asia, 1945. Latin America and Caribbean, Guatemala, 1954, 1967, 1959,
Yeah,
Cuba.
It's always
1961.
It's always brown complected though.
Yeah, always Israelites. Middle Eastern and Africa, Lebanon, 1983 through 84, Libya, Iran again, Sudan, 1998, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Somalia, Yemen, Syria, Iraq.
All these people are melanated.
All these is all the places that America has hit.
They're not all Israelites, but they're all melanated.
Yeah.
See?
But you best believe Israelites are among some of them people.
Yeah.
Because we scatter all over the world.
Yeah. That's true all day. So Esau obviously he got an issue with melanated people because he doesn't know who's a true Israelite or not. Esau was not given spiritual discernment. He can't discern through the spirit like us. He has to do it through technology. We were born with these gifts. So how are you superior? We can come right out the womb singing. You got to have technology to sound like us. So how are you superior? We can beat your ass. You got to have guns.
We can make music flat out our mind. You need sheet paper.
Yeah. Exactly, man. We've been making music before we came into the truth, man. I was making music for over 30 years. Never seen or used sheet music.
Nope.
Because we bring forth what's in our spirit. You can't tap into that because you're not spiritual.
I remember, because my cousin was into music real heavy, rapping and all of that. And he introduced me to a computer that had little beat making material on it. And as soon as I got the beat making material and figured out how to use it, I was making beats. No type of nothing in it. I didn't learn any of it. It just came natural.
Me
it just
neither.
come natural to you.
That's what Jake good at. Jake is excellent at figuring things out. That's why Jake is the biggest contributor to inventions. But that was prophesied too. It said that Israel be a blessing to the nations.
Yeah.
Making your life comfortable while we suffer.
Yeah.
And we don't even get no credit for it. That's the fuck shit. Don't get compensated. Don't get royalties, nothing.
And with that right there, that's what's happening to all you Edomites now. Y'all realizing that you in this place, you want to get out, but these devils is making rules where y'all can't actually get out of here. That y'all gonna have to continue to be motherfucking slaves to keep these damn rich people, rich, man, while you barely making anything meet. And this is where it's leading to, and we're gonna get past that. It's gonna be on a higher equinox. Let me just put it like that, real soon.
Yeah. You see, all the sheet music was Esau's attempt to figure out what we're doing naturally.
That sheet paper was Esau's Yiddish Hebrew.
Pretty much, man. Rappers, look, any type of beat maker, producer, we don't fuck with sheet music. That's for marching bands and shit. But even the Israelite high school and college bands, they don't need sheet music. Prime example, the movie Drumline.
I was just thinking of Drumline, man. Nick Cannon didn't know how to read sheet paper, sheet music, but he was better than his whole team.
But he outplayed the best though. We don't need those crutches. We don't need those training wheels like Esau does. We come out the box dominating. That's one of the things he mad about. That's all right though. You on your way back to the bottom. It's a new vibration moving throughout the earth. The Lord is raising up his people.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all mad because the Lord is raising us up.
And taking y'all back to the bottom of the map.
Yeah, Esau just not discovering that we control the economy. He mad at that. Because we can put anybody out of business that we want. All we got to do is start spending with you.
Yep.
That's all we got to do. So how are we 13% if we got that kind of power? We're not. Esau is. Because he's always concerned about they're going to take the country. If you are the most dominant population, why are you concerned? Because you're not.
That's something they've been crying about too, about the Latinos, the Hispanics being mostly in America now. The little broad was an Edomite. She was basically saying how she don't want to live in a brown country. She want to live in a white country.
Take your ass back to Mount Seir.
They let you know they don't want brown melanated people, or mainly, especially the Israelites, because most of the Israelites are here in this land.
Go back to Mount Seir.
They don't want us over this land, man, because they know they afraid of what the get back gonna be.
Yeah, they're afraid of the recompense.
Ain't nothing you gonna be able to do to get out of it though.
Because see, they're not spiritual people. They think, well, we did them so bad, one day they gonna get us back. The Lord gonna get y'all back.
Yeah.
So don't try to put vengeance on us. The Lord said vengeance is his. He will repay.
But he is gonna put it on his men to do something nasty to you, Esau, according to his will.
The Harabatazah, we are amongst those men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get blooded with the Lord too.
Man.
Because y'all deserved it. But see, I'm pretty sure y'all chalking that up as hate speech.
Yeah.
Anything that you don't agree with is hate speech. But you got the freedom of speech to call us all kind of N-words and get away with it. That's all right. Revenge is on his way. So, hey, Edomites, live it up while you can. Because this is the best it'll ever be for you from this day forth. Because from this day forth, it's only going to wax worse for you. So live it up. Go do Edomite shit. Do drugs. Rape the kids. Have sex with your cousin. All type shit like that, you know.
And I'm going to give them this scripture. Who knows out this won't, bro?
Yeah.
Since, you know, y'all would think that we speaking hate speech and speaking in violence, but thus said the Lord that he's going to put it on.
You ain't gonna be saying that.
He's beat you should see Jacob. You should see Esau. He beat the hell up.
Yeah,
he's like 75 years old, 85 years old.
He look like
he look beat up.
He look 200.
Old man Ackerman. That's old man Ackerman.
Like about 200, couple hundred years old.
But since y'all think that we just be saying these things, the Lord is going to put that spirit on his man to tell you off, Esau. This is Ezekiel 25 and 13, and we're going to close to this. Thus saith the Lord God, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, so-called white man, and will cut off man and beast from it. And I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do according to me in Edom, according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, say the Lord Yahweh. So he's going to have us do whatever the will of him is to you.
Yep. So
and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Sorry, honey.
sorry, not sorry. I tell you what, I'm gonna put it in a language that you Christians can understand. Since the Lord loves everybody, check this out. The Lord finna show y'all the same love y'all show his people. Because there's no hate like Christian love. You got to remember how Christianity got started and spread it. Either they held you at gunpoint, held the whole world at gunpoint. Either you accept this false idol or we're going to murder you. So, the Lord finna show y'all the same love y'all show his people. If you ain't did shit, you ain't got shit to worry about. But if you have done some shit, you got everything to worry about. Because it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Sir.
So with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash, Wa'abba Babal, Kwam Yasharala.
Abba Kwam Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.